This episode is brought to you by Dickie Bird's Thai Brides. More than you bargained for. Hello, and welcome to Greg Bison's Movie Bash. With me, Greg Bison. The show where you talk about movies, and I listen. This week, as above, so below! This unrealistic story takes place in the catacombs under Paris, with our protagonist, Scarlet, searching for the Philosopher's Stone, which we all know has magical powers. However, our hero clearly hasn't seen any of the Hurrah Patah movies, as she would know that the Philosopher's Stone is safely in the hands of Professor Albus Dumbledore, portrayed beautifully by the late, great Richard Harris. Man, those films are good, especially if you watch them back to front. Speaking of back to front, or upside down, As Above So Below plays to a variety of predictable, boring horror movie cliches, such as the gates of hell being under Paris. And who wants to see another movie about the catacombs? I mean, there's already been like, what, 100 billion? Just to prove how unscary it is, I'm gonna watch a clip right now, live on air, for you viewers.
George, this is a trip.
That's not a creepy song. Oh, fuck! As you can see, it's completely not scary at all. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. There's someone in the room with me. Who is it? Don't come near me, I'm armed! Ah! Well, it turns out we had a power cut in the studio. It's a good job I didn't panic. When watching this movie, I couldn't help but notice that the black character, Benji, was punished for his sins far more than any of the white characters, which brings me to the conclusion that the devil is racist. And frankly, Mr. Satan, in these modern times, that's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know you're the god of evil, but you know Nick Griffin. The film itself fits into the forever original and completely underused found footage genre, which I do have to commend it for. Also in the category of found footage, straight from the catacombs of what was our bedroom, my cheating ex-wife Dawn's sex tape is now in the company of my solicitors. That's right, Dawn. You can have Chris, but I get the kids, bitch. One thing I must praise it for is a superb choice of cast. I was expecting Z-list actors like Christian Bale and Leonardo Can't Actio, but no, Perdita Weeks. Perdita Weeks, for God's sake! A living legend! Backed up by the equally famous Ben Feldman! Well done, Juliette Manager. But as for the ending, I mean, it was no surprise to find out that, basically, then it cuts to the end and it's like a, you know, so fucking predictable, right? Which brings me to the end of tonight's show. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Dickie Bird's Thai Brides, more than you bargained for. I've been Greg Bison. As hello, so goodbye. A terrible excuse for a movie. This lazy attempt at horror leaves the viewer more terrified of losing 93 minutes of their whole life than losing their mustache.